What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Morning English Podcast. My name is Peter Joseph Kuhn from Boston, Massachusetts, and I will be your foreign host today.
Hi Peter, welcome to the show. 大家好，我是卡拉。
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
Today we're going to talk about a phone that is connected to nowhere.
Yep, which is known as the phone of the wind.
风之电话啊，听上去非常的浪漫，但其实呢，这是一个承载悲伤的 telephone booth， 一个电话亭。If you want to know what it is about, stay tuned. 继续听完我们今天的节目。
So, the phone of the wind stands in a private garden in Otsuchi, Japan.And
the man who installed the telephone booth is called Itaru Sasaki, who had moved there 17 years ago after falling in love with a view from the hill overlooking the sea.
So at first, the telephone was just for himself. He wanted to talk to his cousin who had died the year before the tsunami, which we're going to talk about later.
首先呢，这个电话亭在日本的大垂亭啊。一开始呢，它是一个私有的电话亭，建造它的这位男性啊，叫做 Itaru Sasaki， 他是为了要和自己已经去世的堂兄来说说话。
So he said, "The telephone line won't carry my voice, so I let the wind do it. Hence the name, the phone of the wind."
这个人他讲说，因为电话线不能传递自己的声音，那就让风来传递，所以呢，就管它叫做风之电话。然后接下来啊，在 1 year later， 在1年之后呢，就发生了我们刚刚提到那个 tsunami， 是吧？海啸。
Yes, so, and then 1 year later, on March 11th, 2011, a devastating earthquake and tsunami hit Japan.
用到了 devastating 这个词，但是呢，就一点也不夸张，毁灭性的，或者说破坏性极大的。That was one of the most tragic natural disasters that has ever happened to Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really, really bad. So what happened was the earthquake in 2011 happened off the Pacific coast of Tohoku, about 80 miles from the coast. The earthquake itself registered a magnitude of 9.0, which is absolutely enormous. So it is known as the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, or the Great Sendai earthquake, or the Great Tohoku earthquake, and the 3.11 earthquake, or 3.11 earthquake.
OK, 所以我们讲的这个地震的震级是刚刚你讲那个 magnitude 这个词是吧？所以比如说我们就可以讲 the earthquake had 或者 was a magnitude of 9.0 这样子。
That's right, correct.
OK.那在那一天呢，就是在西太平洋地区啊发生这个里氏9.0级的大地震，也就是我们现在非常熟悉的这个日本311地震。在这一场灾难当中呢，大垂町成为重灾区之一，海啸呢席卷了全城。
Okay, so moving forward, the earthquake triggered a powerful tsunami. Waves that may have reached heights of up to 40.5 meters, which is almost like 133 feet. In Myaku, in Tohoku's Iwate prefecture, and which in the Sendai area traveled at 435 miles per hour for up to 10 kilometers inland, or about 6 miles inland.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that covers that's a lot of area.
对，然后呢，这个 earthquake 就是这个地震呢，又 triggered 就是诱发了海啸 tsunami， 最终呢导致了 more than 860 people died. 然后421 people still haven't been found.
Right.
对。
So it was absolutely devastating and one of the most costliest disasters and deadliest events since World War II.
然后呢，就是在这场灾难过后啊，这个电话亭的拥有者呢，叫做 Itaru Sasaki， 就 made his telephone booth available to everyone， 就给大家提供了一个方式啊，你就可以 whisper to their lost families and loved ones.
So he said, no matter how hard it is, hope makes life worth living. I wanted to offer something for people to connect with those they've lost.
我觉得他是叫做 A Man with a Heart of Gold.
I agree.
对，然后呢we both watched a documentary, 一部纪录片 made by NHK about this event.
Yeah, it was very touching. NHK, the Nippon Hosu Kyokai official name is Japan Broadcasting Corporation, is Japan's national public broadcasting organization.
感觉好难，pronunciation is tricky 哈。
Yeah.
对，总之呢，它就是日本广播协会的缩写，叫 NHK. We highly recommend you guys to watch it as well. 我们会把这个纪录片的链接呢放在我们的文字笔记里面，大家可以在这个微信搜索"早安英文"，回复"笔记"2个字来获取啊，推荐大家都去看一看。那也许有人会觉得说这样的做法有什么意义呢？对方又不会真的听见。但是我觉得就是当挚爱的人真的离开自己生命的时候啊，就是这样一点小小的寄托，真的可以给人带来很大的宽慰和继续活下去的勇气和动力吧。
You're right, and 5 years after the disaster, they can see their communities being rebuilt, but many are still struggling with their losses and can't move forward with their lives. For them, the phone of the wind is a way to open their hearts and begin to come to terms with their losses.
我记得在纪录片里面给我印象最深的一个人啊 Peter, do you remember there was an old man. He had lost his eldest son during the disaster. And 3 years later, when things seemed to be back on track, his wife died of disease.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was absolutely heartbreaking, especially hearing him say, "It took me 3 years before I stopped constantly thinking about my son. And just when life was getting back to normal, I lost my wife."
对，总之呢，整部纪录片就是非常的沉重伤感，但是呢，就是又非常有必要去看一看啊。
So, yeah, I also saw some comments from YouTube about the documentary, which I'd really like to share with you all.
个别的 YouTube 网友的评论，首先呢，第一位是来自 Gail Clark from 1 year ago.
Okay, Gail Clark says, "What a beautiful idea. Grief is grief, no matter where you are in the world. I often write letters and poems to my lost parents and siblings. I then burn them and let the smoke take the message on the winds."
我觉得这也是一个非常不错这种寄托哀思的方式啊，就是他会写信或者写诗，然后呢把它烧掉，就觉得说这个烟就随着风啊去带去给他逝去的亲人和爱人。
Okay, so Edward Gordon just posted 2 weeks ago, and he said, "I listen to their voices, and the tears come so quickly to my eyes. What an incredible blessing this phone booth is. I bow respectfully to the builder. He is truly a prince among men."
这里说他是一个 prince among men， 就是一个非常非常好的人，是吧？
Yes.
然后呢，下一个叫做 Tran Lily, a week ago.
So Tran Lily says, "All the stories, but the first guy make me tears. How sad. He building his new house now, but all his kid is gone forever. Don't know what to say anymore. God bless him and his family and everyone."
这一句话呢是如果说有人去世的时候，经常会有人讲 God bless him， 就是愿上帝保佑他和他的家人。
After any disaster and death, there's a lot of mourning and sadness. It is not easy for people to lose loved ones. There will be a time of mourning and grief. However, most countries and societies have support groups where they can connect with other people that have lost loved ones. Sometimes before mourning, there's even denial, where they just refuse to accept that someone is gone.
我听说就是说有3个阶段，首先第一个阶段呢，你会拒绝承认这个事实，然后第二阶段呢，你意识到这个事情是真的，并且开始痛苦，然后第3个阶段才是真正的走出来。那国外呢，经常会有这样的 support groups，这种东西在他们那里边非常常见啊，可能比如说有戒毒互助小组啦，还有比如说大家都有亲人逝去啊，就一起互相鼓励、互相帮助啦，非常常见。
And like I said, sometimes people even turn to substance abuse to cope with their loss or depression. However, as people, we must be strong and accept the fact that this has been their fate, and now their bodies and souls belong to the universe. Death is inevitable, and we must accept the fact death is a part of life. So without death, there is no life, and without life, there is no death.
So deep.
Thank you.
I think it's a good way to end our today's podcast. 那我们今天这期节目呢，就和大家聊到这里了。
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语 听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
最后，我是卡拉。
All right, guys, I'm Peter.
祝大家都身体健康啊！我们下期节目再见，拜拜。
All right, be strong, everybody. Bye-bye.